What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today we're going to focus in on the Tampa Bay Lightning being down 0-2 in their series to Montreal, dropping two games on home ice, one in overtime and one not so close. And just the atrocious goaltending they got from Lindbergh and then later, Goalie's. Ben Bishop, you can just tell, is the anchor of this team. And Cooper essentially came out and said he's not going to be back in this series, meaning he won't be back at all. I don't know the specifics. I know after April 30th, when the KHL season's over, they can bring over Andrei Vasilevsky. He can play right away. They're highly sought after first round pick, the Russian goalie that is amazing. I think they can talk to the KHL team because their season's over and get him over sooner, sign him to an entry level deal. And unless he plays 10 games, so actually doesn't burn a year on his contract. God willing, you want him to play 10 games, but you can just see this team was going to go as far as Ben Bishop carried it, and without Bishop, they're not going far at all. And that's just the unfortunate part of ill-timed injuries, with the Tampa Bay Lightning. And throughout the year, they were able to overcome tremendous adversity between Stamkos' injury, Marty St. Louis asking out, and all of that. But this is tough. It's tough to bounce back when your goalie, who, like I said, will be Vezina candidate, is out, and how do you get past that? And to tighten up defensively takes away from your offensive output. Palat got hurt in Game 1, that hurt them, and it's just been an unfortunate mix of injuries and bad play all around. I mean, as someone who picked the Lightning to win the series, I had egg on my face. But right now, what I'd do is Game 3 in Montreal is a must-win. You have to go up to Montreal and win, which isn't impossible. It reminds me a little bit of the Bruins 3 years ago, dropping 2 in Boston, then having to go up and win 2 in Montreal. It's not easy, but it's not impossible either. I know they had a lengthy meeting after the end of the game after the end of Game 2, excuse me. So I'd have a pep talk from Stevie Yzerman and Dave Andrechuk. I mean, LeCavalier and St. Louis walked through that door. But you got those guys that have been through it all, won a combined 4 Stanley Cups and played a ton of playoff games and both scored a lot of goals in the NHL, and they can both say, look, here's what you got to do. And, this is not an ideal situation, but you can get through it. They were down 3-1 to an injury rattle to Pittsburgh Penguins team 3 years ago in the playoffs. Came back and won that series. You got to go on the road. You got to go in and try to win. You have to win Game 3 in Montreal. Otherwise, Montreal isn't the 2010 Boston Bruins. They're not blowing a 3-0 series lead. But if you can go up there and beat the Habs in Montreal, that'd be big. Right now, I guess you go with Goalie's in Game 3. I mean, Lindback was bad in both games. Goalie's was only bad in the time he played, So I guess you give him a chance. And I mean, obviously he had an amazing Olympic tournament for Team Latvia against Canada, almost beat Team Canada. So that's something you got to keep your eye on. But if you can get on the phone with that KHL team and get Vasilevsky overnighted to Montreal, that could change the dynamic of this series. And I mean, I'm not saying 19-year-old goalie is going to be the be-all, end-all, but stranger things have happened, and you look at teams that do stuff like that. You look at the 71 Canadians, the 86 Canadians with Dryden and Roy, respectively. I'm not making that comparison, but, they changed things up late. And, even as recent as 2006 with Carolina and Cam Ward, you bring in an inexperienced goalie who isn't going to be fazed by the pressure, and you go on this run and win. And actually, Montreal was for Carolina, it was against Montreal. So we'll see what happens, but it's something to keep an eye on. And that's unfortunate because they had a great year. Bishop got hurt at the worst possible time. That's all that proof. Anyway, that's all I got this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Tampa Bay being down 2-0, 0-2 in their goaltending fiasco. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the season, the playoffs, and beyond. Later, guys.